Well, that sucked. I really needed that today. And the reason for that is because your boy is about as introverted as it gets. Maybe not in social situations, not like that I'm shy. It's more that, like, if you follow the definition of introverted, as in being around a ton of people drains you, like drains your energy, it doesn't increase your energy. I'm an introvert, big time. And this weekend we probably did like 3 social events. So yeah, your boy was pretty drained, especially yesterday. Anyways, good morning. How was your weekend? Did you enjoy your MLK day? No trading yesterday. That's why we didn't post a video about trading yesterday. But yeah, today we're feeling good because this weekend we totally redid all of the graphs, all 500 stocks. We didn't finish all of them. We only plotted the ones that actually are applicable to us this week. But man, was that exhausting, just going through all 500 stocks and evaluated them. It was very, very time consuming. I didn't actually get the weekend off this week, but I did end up taking yesterday off. Anyways, kind of rambling. I'm excited for the week. We got about 10 stocks yesterday that we put alarms for, and we're excited to see what we end up doing this week. By the way, if you're wondering what stocks we're watching this week, here's the watch list. All of these fit our criteria. Of that watch list, the 10 that I'm most excited about are Dish, Garmin, E-Trade, Cisco, Flow Service, Philips, Seagate, Boston Property, Texas Instruments. Those all have been testing resistance for a while and look like that since they have like ascending weekly MACDs, I believe it's possible that they could break above, which means they could go on a little bit of a run. Anyways, it's 8:20. All we can do now is just wait. I'll see you guys in a bit. We're 6 minutes into the market. And of the 10 stocks that we have alarms on, I believe 5 of them may actually trigger those alarms. That is Garmin, Philips, Seagate Technology, Cisco, and Texas Instruments. Well, I don't know what we're gonna trade. We're 30 minutes into the market. It's 9 a.m. and the 2 stocks that are playing out the way we want them to are Garmin and Seagate. Starting with Garmin, we took a run. We broke over resistance, took a run past $100. This is a very strong psychological support. $100 is going to hold, hopefully, and if it does, on the retest, we will establish a position and play it out. This one's really exciting, as the fact that that $100 support is a really strong psychological one. And then we got Seagate. Seagate tested our resistance, was rejected, established a 1-hour downtrend. So we used to identify it as this green line. We pull out to the 15-minute. It has broken out of that downtrend. It has tested the first resistance. And if it breaks above 61.64, we are buyers. Yeah. And if you look right here, you can see we already did the math. We know how much of what stock we're going to get, how much capital that would be, and what our risk tolerance is. So when the time comes and if these alarms hit, we can take action really quickly. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about last week's trade, Nike is consolidating. Looks like it may even reverse a little bit. Live Nation has dropped down to like $74, and Gap has dropped down to about $18. That's basically where we bought it. So I believe we made the right decisions, guys. Decided to get out. One for Nike, even though that's right about where we actually sold, the stress of being in the trade is no longer there. Live Nation has gone through a big correction, and Gap has definitely gone through a big correction, possibly even a reversal. It's a little past 10:30, so we're getting a little bit of reversal on the market. It's typical though around here, so we're not too worried about it. But as of right now, Seagate has reversed. We thought it was going in our favor. It's now really testing that support. We're not a buyer until we break the 61.64 mark. As for Garmin, We broke heavily above the 100, that psychological resistance. And sometimes when you see things like this, it makes me think like, is it better to play the breakout? But then you look at it and you're like 15-minute 9 green candle, that's a sell signal. Let's see, 30-minute, we're running high on the 30 minutes. The 1 hour, we're on 3 candle. On the 2 hour, we're on a 9 candle. So one thing to remember is the longer the time frame, the stronger the trend, or the stronger the signal. So a 2 hour sell signal is something I don't really want to get into. We're on a 4 hour 5 candle, which is pretty high, and we're on a daily 3. Daily 3 makes me believe that we still have a lot of momentum that we can get going, but I do not feel comfortable until we actually retest this support of $100, and then I will decide if I want to buy in or not. As for proper Philip Morris, looking at this, look, we're still in a consolidation phase. This one is something that popped up. I thought it was going to break the stop loss earlier, and when that happens, I'm no longer a buyer. But in this case, we flirted with it, bounced above it, and we're having a bit of a correction. Looking at the 15-minute graphs, we're trading in this funnel pretty well. So, I mean, in all honesty, if it touches support again, maybe I could be a buyer, do a quick flip, maybe get a day trade out of it. Or if it breaks above this, the alarm sets, I'm a buyer. And yeah, it's that simple. And the reason is we look for is a break above the weekly resistance. We test it. When we get a break above the weekly resistance and we hold the weekly support and then break above the latest high, that's when I'm a buyer. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Fun fact, Stephanie got the coffee machine working. And in case you can't tell, she's the technology whiz in this relationship. And Garmin is on a freaking tear. Up $2 on the day. Broke above that $100 psychological resistance, and it has not stopped. We're at 101.04, and moments like this like give you a lot of FOMO, make you like second guess yourself. But you know what? We're gonna wait for the pullback, retest that 100, then we're gonna buy it back in if it retests that 500, retests the 100 if. But man, do I want to buy in. Ooh. All right, it's 1 p.m. Garmin went on that little bit of a run, hit 101.11, and has broken out of a 15-minute uptrend. Getting a little bit of a pullback. This here is the reason why we don't play the breakout, because if we did, look at this, we would have to set our stop loss all the way down at 98.59. So by waiting for this to actually get a little bit of a pullback on the hourly, we're going to be able to set a new higher low and then possibly buy back on that. I expect it to go from, it could possibly go off of the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement, which is going to be at like $100.50. It could go at like $100.17, or it could go all the way down to the 50% retracement at 99.88. I'm just looking for a new higher low to set, so I'll keep my eyes on that. So we're gonna go here. I believe, yeah, right now we can't really draw a trend line, or can we? Let's see. Let's take it off this. Boom. Yeah. So as long as we're trading in this 15-minute trend, I'm just gonna be waiting. But the moment we break out of that, I'll probably establish a position. Meanwhile, we're also watching what is the ticker symbol PM, Phillips Morris. It looks like it might actually break above resistance. We're about a couple cents away from that. So if it does do that, we're going to establish a position in that as well, which leaves me a little conflicted, right? I'm at this point where my stop losses and my entries and stop losses are in this weird in-between where it's just like, I can buy in $422 or $522 of my $600, almost $700. So the question is, do I just like bring it back to like $325 a trade, or And this would allow me to get into 2 trades, or should I just play, like, follow the rules and basically just trade with that amount? And possibly, the thing is though, we run the risk of possibly like being in this trade for a couple weeks, and we also run the risk of the trades not working out. So by splitting it up, we would be able to diversify, is the word. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. I may or may not enter with the full position. If I don't, it'll be around about half of whatever my account is capable of. All right, so it looks like Philip Morris is gonna possibly hit our trade. It's gonna tell us to enter a trade, set the alarm off. So we're gonna take a look at the notes. The Philip Morris note says that we should take 5.41 shares for a total of about $481.17. Our 1% trade would be at 90.05. The 2% trade would be 91.16. So we're gonna look at the resistance lines. 91.16 is the 2% trade. That's what we typically go for. That's just 16 cents above the next resistance. And historically speaking, when we look back at the graphs, there's like a 50-cent buffer. So looks like that's what we're gonna do. Position size, I'm still unsure because Garmin's something I really want to get into, but I mean, Philip Morris is the one that matured. So yeah. Philip Morris just set the alarm. Let's figure out what to do. I'm a little bit torn with the Philip Morris because last high was at this exact same price. So what we could end up with is a double top. Thing is though, there's no way of really being able to tell that until it's over. Kind of like YOLO. We'll just do half position. That way we can get into Garmin whenever that hits. All right, we put an order for 4 shares of Philip Morris at $88.90. Just waiting for that to execute. Just like that, it's 2:18, and we got our trade executed. We logged in everything so that we can track it both digitally and in our physical trading journal, and also on YouTube. But just a heads up, I did only establish half the position side. I don't know if I said it earlier, but 4 shares, which means we have about $330 that we can actually put into Garmin when that trade ends up either setting a new high or breaks down to support and then breaks the like 15-minute trend. Anyways, fingers crossed. We've got into one trade. Hopefully we can get into another. All right, 3 p.m. Market is closed. Boom. We are down about 12 cents. Got in at 88.90, was it? 88.90. We're trading at 88.87. Yeah, I mean, we're just living up to the fate of what am I saying right now? Anyways, yeah, we're in this trade. We're in it to win it, but you know, it's never really up to us. It's whatever the market does, it does. As you can see behind me though, we got a ton of candles. We actually had to prepare to, we got to get those to the store tomorrow. Wow. Yeah, so we got to get labels and all those. We got to do the inventory, all those. We got to shoot some videos for Stephanie and her channel and just everything with the Perriot. So I think this is a good place to leave you. I appreciate you watching the video. In the comments below, let me know if you are trading or interested in getting into trading. While you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe, stay positive, don't forget to do amazing things.